Okay, thank you. Thanks for having me here today. As was said, I'm Marie Briggs. I am a curator here in the herbarium, working with vascular plants, and I'm also for my sins. I don't know why am I doing this? I'm a PhD student at the University of Copehagen as well. So today I'm going to talk to you about this. So as a nation, we have historically enjoyed inventorizing the natural world. This trait, combined with the increased digitisation of the information gathered, leads us here today. A tale of two datasets, that of the BSBI and that of the Edinburgh Herbarium here at the Botanics. So these are two datasets managed by and curated by two different organisations. They contain information gathered about the plants of the British Isles. And I have been concentrating on mainly the Scottish specimens just to keep it a manageable number. So the BSBI dataset contains information from, it comes in the form of the DDB, the distribution database, and it contains over 9 million records for Scotland, which is just mind-blowing. Many of you here are likely to contribute to that dataset, so thank you for letting me use the data. The majority of the data in that database is from county recorders, local groups, and other taxonomic experts. The herbarium dataset, in contrast, is basically a digitised version of our physical herbarium specimens. So Owen talked about that earlier on. It's been a great feat to get them digitised and online, but they're there now. Most of them have images now as well, and that's going to be completed very soon. The herbarium itself for Scottish specimens has over 95,000, which again is a huge number, and that's stretching back from the 1700s for the Scottish specimens to present day. So if it's not a resource that you've looked at, please do take some time after this to go and have a look. We also have a backlog. This is quite exciting. We've got a backlog of specimens in the basement waiting to be triaged. So that will be eventually incorporated into the collection too. And I know some people are helping us with that tomorrow. So for that, we're very, very grateful. Okay. Oh, sorry, I should have said the websites are there at the bottom. So if you want to know more about the database for BSBI and also for the herbarium website, I do urge you, especially for the herbarium website, it's really, really, really worth looking at. So where does that bring us to now? The opportunity we have now looking at these two data sets together is to identify chances for improving both data sets. So the Edinburgh Herbarium has already fed into the BSBI data set. We've got two examples here. These were not previously known from BSBI recording, but the specimens in the herbarium showed that they'd been introduced to the country in wool shoddy, which I didn't realise was a thing, but it's a whole interesting subset. Matt also shared with us that he spent 20 minutes in the herbarium earlier this year, and he came out with 8 possible firsts for the British Isles for Plantago records, and plus 2 possible new Scottish records as well. So in the herbarium, we're currently trying to get Vice County numbers on all of the specimens, which I think will make the list more comparable. And there's a function on the database that will allow you to generate Vice County species lists. So that's something we're working on. And working the other way for Scotland, for the herbarium, we're hoping that the BSBI dataset will show us where we've got gaps in our collections and allow us to create hit lists. So Scotland's most wanted for areas and species. So that's the work. So thank you to everybody in this list. Without you, we wouldn't have been able to do this project. So